You look at old baseball players, and it's like they retired and started playing baseball.
Yeah.
By the looks of some of
I
these
think we
guys.
should get back to that.
Here comes old Iron Hammer Pete Fitzsimmons. He retired as a Boilermaker at age 47, and now he's the undefeated pitcher for the New York Yankees.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That was a good time, man. I think that'd be cool if we brought that back, where you could just show up, any professional event, cigarette in hand.
You could get into a game.
Just got off work at the fucking
for
steel
a nickel.
mill.
You
Yeah.
could walk by and like flick a nickel at a guy, walk right in the stadium.
Yeah, let's bring that back, dude.
Walk by another guy, flick a nickel at him, grabs like you could buy 12 hot dogs for a nickel back in the day, dude.
Yeah.
You're older than me spiritually, dude.
No, dude, you're
always talking about how you're. I've got an old soul. You're always saying shit like that, dude.
Hey, dude,
I'm young at heart, dude.
Save it for the podcast, man.
We're on the air.
Welcome back to This Place Sucks.
Little Rascals edition, dude.
I'm rascaling
Welcome
right now.
to the He-Man Woman Haters Club.
Oh, no, dude.
We got a special guest in here, dude. The Top G.
Andrew Tate. Come on in here.
That'd be silly. No, I don't let fucking people like that. I don't let bald Europeans in my house, dude.
Oh, man.
Back in my day, European sex perverts, not allowed.
Yeah.
Not allowed in the house.
Yeah. You know,
now these young boys are inviting perversion in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm saying yeah again, dude.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, fuck. Well, how you been, buddy?
That's crazy.
Damn, that's nuts, dude. You been cold?
Yeah, I've been cold as hell, man. It's been a wintry, early winter, man. That Farmer's Almanac, it didn't lie this year.
It didn't. It said, hey, it's going to be colder than fuck.
Winter came
and
quick.
It's cold as fuck.
Came with a fury.
And it did. And I could tell by how hot it was this summer.
Which was not very.
We was going to be in for a long, harsh winter.
We had a heat wave early in the summer. I thought this summer was mild, which is never a good sign.
Because, you know, I don't know studio science like you do. But
studio science?
No, studio.
Studio.
But I'm assuming that if we, I'm a studioing, that if the summer is not hot, then the winter's worse. But if the summer
honestly,
is
man,
hot, it takes more to, you know what I mean, to
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting the basic gestalt of science and weather.
I think, but you know, those old methods,
meteorology.
Those old methods are harder to abide by with climate change.
You remember Law Abiding Citizen, dude?
Oh, that movie ruled, dude. How dare you not prosecute the men who killed my wife? I'm going to fucking destroy the entire city. I'm going to assassinate everyone.
Yeah, that really should have been a Batman movie.
That movie did low-key rule, and that and Gamer. Gerard Butler was on a tear back in the day,
I loved 300.
300, Gamer,
Olympus Has
Law-Abiding
Fallen.
Citizen, Olympus Has Fallen, P.S. I Love You.
Yeah, he had a hell of a streak.
Hell of a run, dude. Hell of
Rest
a run.
in peace, Gerard Butler.
What was that one? What was the?
And he's not dead. I just in case.
It's slipping, dude. It's leaving me.
Oh no!
That movie, wasn't he in a Guy Ritchie movie?
Coiled up like that, dude.
What was the Guy Ritchie movie?
I don't know who Guy Ritchie is, man.
He did, we were just talking about Boxing Gypsies. He did that movie with fucking Brad Pitt. Oh, I'll fight you, lad.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, dude.
Guy Ritchie, he did
Man
that.
Poor. Yeah, I know him, dude.
He's done a bunch of them English gangster movies, dude. He's like the English Martin Scorsese.
Oh, yeah.
You know Guy Ritchie.
Yeah, I know Guy Ritchie, dude. Guy Ritchie's loved, bro.
Yeah, sure. Anyway, In Bruges, maybe. Was that a Guy Ritchie movie? Anyway, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
You just rambled about Guy Ritchie.
I'm off the beach fuzz,
yeah,
brother.
dude, I'm having a good time tonight, man.
Hey, who up jonesing their Joshua right now? You know what I mean?
I'm off that fucking
I gotta
shit
get you
again,
on
dude.
shitty music Instagram, dude. I get like my Instagram feed is full of just like the most dog shit music you've ever heard.
And like the Lumineers and fucking
no, way worse. Like shit that like bedroom stuff.
You'll
man.
be married in a year in the suburbs.
Yes,
with a
dude.
baby on the way in 3.
And that's like award worthy compared to some of this shit. I get this green.
You'll be married in a year in the suburbs. With a kid on the way in 3. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I had to move the mic up.
I get this English green-haired dude who's got this song where he's like talking about Jones and his Joshua and how he's too far from Gideon. It's crazy.
Yeah, I hate that
He's
shit.
afraid to move because he's a radio star. His beehole hurts because he just shit too hard. And he's too far from Gideon. Somebody out there knows what I'm talking about. I also get the Galactivators. You probably don't know the Galactivators, man. They're these husband and wife. They do like motivational conferences where they do these like intergalactic raps about like freeing your pussy chakra and shit.
Oh, I love pussy chakras,
Rules, dude. I
There
miss
was,
that, dude. I
speaking
miss
of,
when hippies were like that.
Wild. Well, they didn't suck, to me at least. I mean, to some people, they probably were horrible. But I saw a band at a wrestling show once called Vader Bomb.
Oh, I never heard of them.
And they all wore wrestling masks, and they fucking ruled. And they were from Louisville or the area, I'm pretty sure.
They
so
sound sick.
if anybody out there knows
Shout
of
out
Vader Bomb,
Holler
dude,
at your boys,
tell them
dude.
to get a hold of us. We got some TPS merch for them.
Yeah,
like
dude,
to
I got 5 smalls.
suck them off. We got. They were all pretty little dudes, I think.
If
I
we
can't
got
remember.
any small wearers, any smaller individuals who want the old "This Place Sucks" black shirt, I found there's like 6 of them. They're all smalls. So hit me up. I'll give them to you.
And if you, just cut them up. You know.
Yeah, my kid took 2 of them. She has one regular style and one cut up.
I've got 2 at the house. I ended up with 2 larges.
I
stole
a cut
that
off
one.
and a regular.
And I'm gonna turn one into a cut off. And
yeah, you know how it is.
You know
man.
the biz, man.
I've been thinking about cutting more stuff off, dude. Like my socks.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Cut off socks.
Yeah.
But I cut off the bottom part and just have
heels out.
I'll probably leave the heels in. Heels up through the rest of the tube, but no
toe action.
No toe, no arch.
Yeah.
That's exposed, man. That's
yeah,
for the
so like you're wearing like a kick pad.
Yeah, man. Whatever the fuck that is.
You know, like
dude.
a kickboxer wears a kick pad, you fucking idiot.
Like when they wrap their shit up?
Yeah.
They put a little pad under it. They call that a kick pad?
Yeah, that's the...
I ain't heard that, but I'm not in the biz.
I
never took no fights, man.
I was undefeated. But I just mean the top of your foot's covered, and then your shin. It's the kick pad. That's
that all makes sense.
You know,
yeah.
it's like a shin pad. It covers the foot.
Yeah, that. But it's sock.
Well,
form,
you don't
want
to break your what's the top of the foot called? That the pterodactyl or.
The arch of your foot.
That's the bottom,
tendons.
dude. I'm talking about the top, the rock
the
solid.
Bridge of your foot.
That's the bottom. It's still.
That's not the bottom. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, this is the.
That's the arch. This is
bridge.
the bridge. Because it's on top. That's what you drive over.
Yeah, dude. Hey, man, I'm gonna tell you what, dude. If we're gonna continue to do this live, you got to stop getting me obliterated and then putting me in front of a mic and making me feel like a belligerent dumbass.
Yeah, dude. This is the move. You're in the right.
I always think would our show be good if I did it sober? And I don't know because
you've done it sober.
Yeah,
all
but
you talk about is like regular life stuff.
It's not fun, is it?
No, it's fun, but you gotta mix it up every.
This is more fun.
Funner, dude.
This is more funner, dude.
No.
I went to school with a guy named John Funner, dude.
Did you?
You remember John Funner?
Can't say I do, man. Talking about Peter fucking Millhouse or whoever you're talking about. Coles brought out Peter Millhouse.
Yeah, this guy. I come in just excited with glee. I said the Colts brought Phillip Rivers out of retirement, and he said, "Who the fuck is that? Who's Phillip Rivers?" So I explained a brief history about how he's the greatest quarterback in Chargers history and a Hall of Famer. And he said, "Well, I thought you were talking about some crackhead the Colts done brought out."
Yeah, I thought he said the Colts brought up Phillip Rivers. which I thought was like a crackhead that lived by the river.
He was so disturbed. He was like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, Philip's back. Right. You mean the hobo that anytime the water rises, he's in my front yard.
He's the ultimate unk, dude. He's even older than Aaron Rodgers and Joe Flacco.
He's 44, you said?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's crazy. Back in the day, I feel like all the football players were in their 40s. Man.
And they weren't. They were like our age, dude.
In like the 20s when they started the NFL?
20s probably.
Those dudes were like iron workers,
they were old people. But I mean,
maybe
like
in their 30s.
In the 70s when Ken Stabler was quarterback in the Raiders, he had like this fucking mustache and this mullet and shit, and he looked
young,
like
though.
Yeah, he was,
Yeah.
but he looked like he was 45. And
Modern
he was like
era
30.
athletes, I feel like, are always super young and they peter out. But I feel like back in the day, dude, you look at these guys, they didn't even start. You look at old baseball players, and it's like they retired and started playing baseball.
Yeah,
by the looks of some of
I think
guys.
we should get back to that.
Here comes old Iron Hammer Pete Fitzsimmons. He retired as a Boilermaker at age 47, and now he's the undefeated pitcher for the New York Yankees.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That was a good time, man. I think that'd be cool if we brought that back, where you could just show up, any professional event, cigarette in hand.
You could get into a game.
Just got off work at the fucking
for
steel
a nickel.
mill.
You
Yeah.
could walk by and like flick a nickel at a guy, walk right in the stadium.
Yeah, let's bring that back, dude.
Walk by another guy, flick a nickel at him, grabs you could buy 12 hot dogs for a nickel back in the day, dude.
Yeah. You buy a whole pack of Franks.
Yeah, they'd give you as much relish as you wanted. They didn't even count it like they do now.
You could get a couple of beers, a pack of smokes, a couple hot dogs, a ticket to the show, and it would be 25 cents.
No kidding. When I used to go smoke weed with my buddy's dad, who shall not be named.
Thank God.
He would always be like, man, you know, Edmondson, back in the 70s, dude, if it was still like in the 70s, man, you'd be living large. You'd be living large. $5, Edmondson, in the 70s. I get $5 on a Friday night, man, for mowing the neighbor's lawn. And I get me 2 tall boys, right? I get me a pack of fucking Lucky Strikes, filterless, and I get me 4 joints, man, for $5. I'm like, how you do that, Tony? Like, well, I go in the store, man. I buy 2 tall boys and a pack of smokes. And that costs $3, man. I take that mother $2, and I go buy 4 joints with it, man. Joints was 50 cents when I was growing up.
That would be sick, honestly.
That's crazy. That's insane to think about. You know what $5 gets you? If you take $5 to a drug dealer now, they will kill you.
Yeah, you're getting shot.
Yeah, dude. Nobody wants. It does suck. I was talking with a dude earlier because a lot of they're phasing out the penny. A lot of places already not carrying the penny anymore.
What's the penny doing for anybody?
This is why I hate it, man. Is I think that's us getting rid of the penny is us accepting inflation as permanent, accepting that the penny will forever be worthless. Okay? Instead of ever trying to maybe come up with a new economic system in where prices go down and the penny is actually worth keeping around again. But no, and they're going to phase that out. Next, they're going to fucking phase out the nickel. And then eventually we'll have no coins at all. Yeah. The lowest denomination you'll be able to spend is $1. And then we'll have one of these wild currency systems. You know, when you see people spending like yen or something and they're like, oh, it's 70,000 yen, but that's like $7. Eventually, the dollar will be like that, man. It's going to get so inflationary that...
Do you think we'll live long enough to see that?
Brother, yeah, we'll live 4 years. Yeah, of course.
God willing, dude.
No, we're going to see... I'm not saying that by the time we die, there's not going to be like a nation/empire called the United States of America anymore, but... What we grew up with is already gone, dude. It's been gone for months now. Like, there's not going to be another open and free-ish not that they ever were. But, like, the election system's over with. Our currency is, like, gonna fail at some point. But it doesn't matter, dude. It doesn't matter. Because it never mattered.
You got anything fun?
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
depressed now.
Does that make you sad?
Yeah.
But we've always known this.
Oh, I know. It's I was saying that one episode I was talking about how like all those guys that I watched on YouTube that were like just insane nut jobs about all the crazy shit that was going to happen in America were all right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And now they're
and
looked
now we're
at crazy.
that point. Yeah.
I was thinking about that the other
crazy,
day. I was
yeah.
watching some guy talk about aliens, and he was just naming off
Ritchie?
all this old shit. No, it was like an old conspiracy video, and he's like, Dulles Air Force Base, Area 51, and it's like, these places aren't even involved in conspiracies anymore. All the conspiracies we grew up with, people look at those as like jokes now.
Yeah.
Like, people don't care if there's aliens. People don't care who shot JFK. They're like, there's an underground dungeon in a pizza parlor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they care about that, yeah.
Which is like,
They
if
should,
that was
I
real,
guess,
you
yeah.
should care about
Yeah.
that. I also watched this crazy breakdown of Pizzagate that was like, talking about how it wasn't real, but it was like, there are some points that like we have to address. And one big thing that I've always pointed to with that pizza restaurant, Comet Ping Pong, is like when the police searched it, there's no basement. But like a big thing that is real that like these freaks on 4chan would point to is like there were 3 different tweets by the owner that referenced keeping stuff in a basement. Like there. Like, oh, if we have sauces aging in our basement. Yada, yada, yada. If we're out of... this variety, don't worry. We here's a picture of the stock in the basement. And it's like, you know what I mean? There's a lot of like weird shit.
Where'd the basement go, you think?
There was, people think like, there's a hidden panel in a wall. I'm not saying it does exist. I'm just saying like there's unanswered questions that lead people to like hold on to stuff like that.
A lot of spirit cooking, you know.
The spirit cooking, which started out as just like a whole separate thing. I genuinely think the spirit cooking is just like Gen X, goofy ass, I'm a strange, esoteric weirdo art. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is basically that chick was an artist / poet, and that was her, like, she was like a performance artist. The shit's weird. You know what I mean? If you're like looking
well, that's
for
like Epstein
imagery.
Epstein had that painting on his wall of George Bush playing with the tower and the blocks and whatever.
And then there's weird
the plane
Basquiat pictures that are involved. Like he had some of those.
Yeah.
And then a lot of other celebrities. I don't know, man. There's a lot of weird shit. Well, obviously, some of that shit's real. You know what I mean?
Enough of it's real that is concerning, I think.
It's just crazy that, like, I think that in the next, like, few years, they will probably tell us that there's aliens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't think it's going to make a splash. I think the way 20, 30 years ago it could have possibly caused chaos. I think people are going to be like, I think most people aren't going to believe it. Also, like, I come across a lot of comments of people just like, who believe in medieval shit.
What do you mean by that?
Like, I saw a comment from a lady the other day who's like an anti-vaxxer, right? And I was like deep on a thread of like conspiracy theorists arguing with each other. And she's like, well, the real big yada yada, because, you know, documents referring to a hidden secret in the pharmaceutical industry they don't want you to know, and a lot of people think it's that they put petroleum in everything and use plastic for everything, and it's secretly what gives us cancer, and it's all because of the oil industry, and that's all probably true. The other side believes that it's like a hidden, there's either like a cure for cancer. Anyway, this lady's comment said that the pharmaceutical industry has hidden the existence of dragons and killed them off because their magical blood can cure any illness.
Well, that's a lot to take in.
People walking around like that.
I do think that
driving
dragons
cars.
existed.
Yeah,
I don't think their
they
blood.
were like dinosaurs.
I don't think their blood cured anything. But
I don't
there's
think they
too
were
many
magical.
There's too many references over the history of time about dragons for it to not be.
Man.
Even the Chinese.
It's pretty likely that like it was some kind of
the year of what's the
calendar.
Yeah.
The year of the dragon.
Yeah, the dragon's the only
zodiac.
Yeah, the Chinese zodiac. That's the only animal that's not an actual quote unquote animal on it. And it's like, why would the Chinese put that on there if it didn't exist at some point?
I think a lot of these creatures, especially it's the most likely. Like we know,
and the
that
paintings,
they were flying lizards. We know they were pterodactyls.
The paintings and shit.
Yeah,
and like all the
and why couldn't something have lasted into?
Yeah, I don't think it's that
human civilization.
I don't know if they were like giant and were causing a lot of chaos. But I mean, think of it this way:
somewhere between a Komodo dragon, a crocodile, a pterodactyl.
Yeah.
Get somewhere in that realm of things that we know exist and have existed.
Yeah.
A flying, I'm not saying it even breathed fire. The Chinese ones didn't even really breathe fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's like only a European one.
Yeah, but I mean, if you think about it, they could have been huge, lived in the mountains because of the wings. And if you think about how terrifying a dinosaur, imagine a dinosaur just got dropped into the city today. How horrifying. Imagine a T-Rex or something like that just dropped. Like, can you imagine how horrifying that'd be? So if you had a lot of those, they could have been a fucking issue. They could have been a problem, dude.
Brother, yeah. I'm with you 100%.
I think the dragon existed 100%.
I think it's
that's a
real
conspiracy theory
possibility.
I buy into.
I think something was around that obviously like inspired.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a thing. Think about here's just like a semi-related point. All like most reptiles nowadays, not all, but like most are subterranean.
Yeah.
So a lot of them are like underground a lot, and the few that aren't are like a Komodo dragon, because presumably they're too big, and then like your water ones. But like snakes and lizards and all that shit.
They could have lived in a cave.
That's what I'm going.
Could have went underground. Yeah. Like
who's to say they didn't inhabit like some subterranean systems, or even just like the mouths of big caves or like rocky outcroppings and hidden out there? And that's why I believe the same thing about could there have been a North American primate that inspired Sasquatch and Bigfoot?
Would make sense.
Quite, you know what I mean? Things like this are possible. I've brought it up before, but the panda, they used to, the panda was like largely looked at as like a urban myth.
Yeah.
For like 100 years in China, they thought it died out, until they found one again in the 1920s. I'm pretty sure, isn't like every panda alive in captivity? Is that a thing?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't think there's pandas in the wild anymore.
No, there's not a lot left.
There's a few animals like that.
They need to bring back
man.
if you're gonna dragons are real, and if you're gonna clone shit and bring shit back, I wish they'd bring the thylacine back.
Yeah, man.
The Tasmanian tiger.
Don't bring back any dinosaurs, man.
Nah, we don't need to bring the mammoth back.
I think if it existed in the last couple 100 years, you can make a case, and there's still a space where you could drop them in the wild.
If we're the reason that it went extinct,
yeah,
I think it's fair to bring them back. I think that's okay. And if but you have to worry about like the ecosystem and
let's
all that shit.
Let's start now and work back.
Yeah.
To like white rhino.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let's go ahead and we just lost those. Can we do some cloning there? Get some of these white rhinos back. Yeah. Did we save any of their DNA? Was anybody thinking ahead on this? There's 6 of them left. Let's get some vials.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree with that.
I've
watched Jurassic Park enough to know that bringing dinosaurs back is a horrible idea.
If you believe in like predictive programming and like warnings and all of that realm of conspiracy theories,
hell yeah, Rust preach.
I think Michael Crichton, the dude who wrote Jurassic Park, knew that one day we would have DNA technology, and he's just been trying to warn us since the early 90s. Yeah. Like, hey, don't do this.
That's man, Jurassic Park's fucking terrifying for a kids movie.
No, I don't know if I've shared this on here before, but my biggest fright, my biggest like genuine terrifying fear as a child was dinosaurs.
That's probably why you get fucking wild when I always say I hope for a kaiju.
Yeah.
You're like,
yeah,
no.
that's the scariest thing to me.
Yeah. And it makes sense. I mean, that is scary.
A giant beast, like in real life, getting
Yeah.
cornered by like a tiger or something would be scary. But like grow that up to something that could have existed at one point, like a dinosaur. Well, as a kid, man, when I was really young, we went to this drive-in theater that's still up here in Indiana.
Versailles?
Bel Air one.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to a Halloween double feature that was Hocus Pocus and Jurassic Park, and Jurassic Park scared the shit out of me.
Dude, the scene with the T-Rex and they're in the Jeep. Yeah. That, I just recently watched all of them because I wanted to see the new one, and I hadn't watched any of the ones with Chris Pratt.
It's a creature feature. It's a horror movie.
It
it's
is.
A monster movie.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. It's a little bit sci-fi because they do.
Yeah, they do some scientific shit, but. I hadn't watched the ones with Chris Pratt, and I wanted to see the new one with Scarlett. So I said,
those are fine.
Yeah, they're fun. They're all fun.
Yeah.
I do prefer the originals because that's what I had growing up. Yeah. But it is crazy how well they've held up, how well they still look, and how scary they.
Animatronics are the move. Man. Yeah. We've always said that.
And
practical
Samuel
effects,
Jackson.
Man.
That's one of the few movies where he says, "Hold on to your butts."
Yeah.
And I always thought that was neat.
The second one, where the T-Rex is loose in the city, man, where it eats the dog in the backyard.
Yeah.
Seeing it in that, I used to have reoccurring nightmares until I was like 20 years old of a T-Rex just tearing through the city. Dude.
See, and that shit's cool to me. That shit's intriguing.
Yeah, conceptually.
Not in the sense of I don't want to be there. I don't want to deal with it.
It's cool to see it in the movie, but if you put yourself in that situation, like I'm in my house, and here comes a 4-story creature whose tail is going to just obliterate my house and crush my bones. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not terrifying.
I think that shit, and everybody's made this point, but when you're watching like Marvel movies and stuff, and it's like, and what about the people who are just going to work and they get hit with a fucking car, or they're at work 40 stories up and a fucking Superman flies through the fucking window at supersonic speed and they get ripped out into the fucking sky and fall to their deaths.
Well, you can't save everybody, Peter.
Yeah, well, dude, with great power.
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Yeah, rest in peace, Uncle Ben.
Very good rice.
Yes.
Man. Very good rice. I used to think that was the same guy.
They got shot?
Yeah. Uncle Ben.
Yeah, you thought he made the rice?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I only ever saw Into the Spider-Verse, so I only knew Black Uncle Ben. Folks, we're doing racial humor. We're doing race-related.
He said, we're about halfway through the show. Let's get crazier.
Yeah, let's talk Chinese checkers. Now, is this a traditionally Chinese game?
And I've never played Chinese checkers. Like my mom had a board she gave me when I was a kid because she was really into it, and I remember like playing it obviously, but like as an adult, I've never played. I don't understand. Like I know how to play chess, I know how to play checkers. I don't know how to play Chinese checkers. I'm sure we probably could figure it out.
I played a bunch of those. We had like a big game set at rehab.
Yeah.
So I would play like chess, checkers, Chinese checkers, backgammon. I suck at chess. I'm like. So, like, in a normal environment, if you know how to play chess, you're going to be better than, like, 90% of people.
Yeah.
Who, you know what I mean? Like, two goofballs playing against each other, you can look like a fucking genius. But anybody who, like, actually knows how to play chess, I suck at chess, dude. I understand the rules of the game. That's about it.
Yeah.
Conception, like, growing's a big play out, and, like, I could never...
I couldn't look that far ahead and figure out that my rook's going to take your king in 5 paces.
There's too many like visualizations going on.
Too much going on.
I don't have the brain for it. But I did like Chinese checkers. I remember that. I liked the marbles. I liked that we had the metal one.
Yeah,
I like
that's how Mom's
with the
was,
clinking. Love that. Backgammon. I feel like there was one more. What's the
I never played backgammon either.
Backgammon was fun. What's the one with the beads?
Oh, yeah. Because you got to go until you don't have any left. Yeah.
It's not baklava. That's a food. Mancala? Is that it?
Is it fucking Sudoku?
No. Oh, Sudoku.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Sudoku's the
Sudoku-ju, yeah.
It's like
Sudoku-ju was a
numbers.
UFC fighter.
Sudoku-ju.
Terry Ramu, Sudoku-ju, yeah. Sudoku's what I'm thinking
is
of.
the game on paper.
And Sunoco was the gas station.
So, yeah, and seppuku is killing yourself for disgracing your family.
I see what you did there. Harakiri, that's suicide.
Hurdy-gurdy
is Donovan.
Is what Donovan played. Yeah, he's got a crank on it.
He's cranking his hog, dude.
Yeah.
And he's like, ooh.
I almost bought a hurdy-gurdy at one point, dude. You remember when hurdy-gurdies were getting popular again?
Yeah, man. Then you decided to girt your squirt instead, dude.
You tried to get girded out, dude. I need to get girt.
Yeah, I need you to girt my ass,
well, dude, every once in a while, you know how it is to hyperfixate on something, and you're like, am I going to learn to play the hurdy-gurdy? Am I going to buy this and learn a bunch of
I hyperfixate on dumb shit, dude.
Yeah, me too, bro.
Just dumb shit that I don't like.
Yeah. I was like, once I found out how people make ships in bottles, I was like, I could definitely.
Yeah, I could do this.
Dedicate my life to this.
Give me some fucking tweezers.
I could do nothing but this. People would forget I existed.
I do it a lot with films, and like just knowing shit about movies. Man, I used to really get into that.
I say it with all the shit that I'm into. Every once in a while, you'll see one, you'll hear one that you're like, fuck, I want to make one of these. You'll see a movie that's like it's such a good piece of work in whatever way you're into it that you're like, it motivates you to want to make a movie. Or you hear a fucking song that's so fucking good, you're like, fuck, I want to write a song, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I get
you hear a joke that's so good, you're like, man,
I need to give me a mic and a stool, dude. I want to stand up.
Give me a fucking cigarette and a cup of coffee. I'm addicted to meth.
Speaking of movies, man, Kiwam Tarantula making a lot of headlines, dude.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking
about. I was gonna talk about it, and
Quinoa Tarantula.
Quentin Tarantino. I texted you this. I'd save it for the show, dude. Everybody's mad at him.
You gotta be serious, man.
And they're not mad at him because he's supporting Israel or doing dumb shit. They're mad because he doesn't like certain actors. And honestly, after 12 Years a Slave, I'd have thought he'd have loved Paul Dano.
That's all right there, dude.
I mean, for real. It's crazy he doesn't like him.
Well, it's just like there's been a recent upswing where like people used to shit on Tarantino a lot.
Mm-hmm.
There was like a season of shitting on Tarantino, and there were plenty of valid criticisms. And since he's been in this like upswing of popularity again over the last like 5 years, people kind of have been treating him as gospel. You know, like film bro culture has had a resurgence.
Yeah.
And they forget, like, and we say this all the time, don't have heroes. People are going to have all kinds of, like, first of all, just opinions you don't agree with, and then dumb ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, at best case, he's a foot freak that spent 2 years just, like, talking like a black person.
The code switching foot worship with that guy is insane. But all that said, he does make great movies. I don't care though that he doesn't like Matthew Lillard. And after watching the podcast and listening to how he spoke about, like, I just don't like the internet. It's one of those things where I
agree with his criticisms of both Matthew Lillard
and Owen Wilson too. Yeah, but I think it's just what pisses me off is the outrage by people that don't even know the context. They're just mad because they want something to be mad about. Well, that's what I don't like.
It's and you know, not to use a
racial slur
phrase here, but a lot of people want to throw the baby out with the bathwater in situations like this. Like when everybody got mad at Seinfeld, rightfully so, for saying a bunch of stupid shit about woke and cancel culture.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, he's never done anything good. Seinfeld sucked. And it's like, no, Seinfeld rules.
Yeah.
You can say Larry David's the reason it ruled. You can say, but like, don't say, and like, Tarantino is wrong. Like, Matthew Lillard is a great actor.
Matthew Lillard's a great actor. Paul Dano's great. Yeah, absolutely.
But you don't say like all of his shit sucks. He's always sucked.
I think another thing that I
disagree with these things.
I have too is like I don't like that. I didn't like seeing Matthew upset about it.
I didn't see his response.
He did a video. It was at a Comic-Con type thing. He was at like a convention and. He was at the convention, and somebody had brought it up, and he was talking about it. And he said it really hurt his feelings, and it fucking sucked, and that like he wouldn't say that about somebody like Tom Cruise or like somebody that's like a big like blockbuster superstar, because he's not very popular in Hollywood. He's more popular in the convention scene where he's at, in the horror community. So, and it's like that is fair, and I do appreciate Matthew, and I do like Matthew's work because he does have great range from SLC Punk to 13 Ghosts. Like, I genuinely like Matthew Lillard, but
good act. I mean, like Chops 101, the scene in SLC Punk
when Heron Bob,
is like
for sure.
I couldn't recreate that level of sadness. I would have to.
I think I was probably shocked that Quentin didn't like him.
Yeah, and it's just like...
But who gives a fuck?
He loves chopping off at the mouth. You might ask him this in a couple weeks, and he might be like...
Yeah. He was just like, I don't really got him. I don't care for Matthew Lillard. I don't care for Owen Wilson.
Who's got a great set of feet on him? I'll tell you who's got a great set of feet on him. Paul Dano.
Yeah. That's that kind of shit. That's that kind of shit he's on, man.
Yeah, man.
He's a freak, dude. God damn, do I love him and his movies, but he does have some bad takes.
And I like Paul Thomas Anderson, dude.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, I think because so many people were quick to laud his newest movie.
I like Paul W.S. Anderson, dude.
Which one's he?
He did all the shitty Resident Evil movies.
Oh, yeah, well, I like those.
I think that's his name, dude.
I like those, but
he married to Mila Djokovic.
Okay, hell yeah.
Also watched, you were talking earlier about watching a documentary about Louis, about why I love Louis and why I hate Louis.
Yeah.
I went down a similar rabbit hole. I was watching one on Asia Argento today.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Hard.
That whole thing was a lot. Reading the Anthony Bourdain shit was a lot.
Yeah.
The whole thing's crazy. I don't want to. I don't know. I don't want to speculate or say. It seemed to me like Bourdain felt like he was in a situation, and he gave her the money to pay the dude off. But I don't necessarily think that Bourdain was the bad guy in the situation.
No,
I think
obviously he felt morally
and I think he was already depressed and already had a lot going on, and then on top of it, and I don't think he knew. He knew how to get out of the situation. It was one of those things where he'd rather just deal with it like that.
And not
than
only is it like your girlfriend is cheating on you, and it's with this younger dude, but she spearheaded the Me Too movement.
Yeah.
And then this stuff came to light. And hey, speak of throwing the baby out with the bathwater, honestly, that was kind of like a powder keg moment for the Me Too movement, where it started to the cultural tide started to turn back against it, and the whole anti cancel culture kind of thing started coming to a rise.
Yeah,
was
Rose McGowan's comments really set
she
that
didn't
whole
help either.
Yeah, where she just said, "Hey, we don't know all the facts. Be gentle."
Yeah,
and it's like, well, we didn't know all the facts about any of the other cases either, and we still took affirmative action.
But
which I think is fair. I think the Me Too movement was very important. I'm not not debating that.
It's a shame that
but
because of
it's
her
a shame. Yeah,
actions,
it's a shame that she was like the
shifted on it, because it was very important. Now, was it going? I always say like culture it overcorrects every time it feels like it's drifting too far in one way. It yanks the wheel and it swerves off the road in the other direction. It did that with that. Now we're in this insane fucking right-wing fucking time period. And it's because did it go a little too far? I mean, I don't know, dude. Every major person I think of that was canceled in the Me Too movement pretty much deserved it, except for maybe Aziz Ansari.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure his was not. I'm pretty sure he just came on a little strong.
Probably.
To a chick, that he was on a second date with or something.
And I mean, that could have happened. I think without the Me Too movement, Harvey Weinstein's still out pillaging. So, I mean, it was a very important thing that had happened. But I agree with you.
Bill Cosby was guilty.
Yeah.
Fucking, like I said, Louis was guilty.
Yeah.
Of exactly what he was accused of. Whether or not you think that is as bad as sexual assault and actually grabbing a hold of somebody is a whole different thing. But yeah, a lot of these people literally just faced consequences for their actions.
Right.
In a way that I think society wasn't comfortable with because so many people have done such similar things.
But yeah, Asia Argento sucks, and I definitely think that she's probably the reason Anthony Bourdain's no longer with us.
No, she is the reason. Yeah. 100%. Yeah, she sucks, dude.
And I'll double down on it with you. I think that she is the reason that Anthony Bourdain is no longer with us. Yeah.
Mm. I mean, you could say whatever, but he had mental problems exasperated by being in one of the most insanely embarrassing situations you could be in. Yeah. You know what I mean?
But I definitely got the vibes that he probably did that to kind of get away from...
And then you got a lot of freaks in Hollywood who stuck up for and signed the petition for Polanski, man.
Yeah, and she stuck up for Polanski and signed it too. And that's a big fucking red flag, bro. Man. That's big
who
red
was
flag.
it recently, man? I saw somebody that was who was defending him and being like, oh, well,
I'm pretty sure it was somebody we liked too.
It was
I think
statutory.
It was somebody that we knew that we liked. Can't think of who it was though. I'm pretty sure.
But I went down a rabbit hole of old clips of just how openly, insanely inappropriate the media was with young girls. Not way back in the day, when we were growing up. The late night shows having a countdown to Lindsay Lohan's 18th birthday.
Yeah.
Shit like that. She was only a few years older than us growing up.
The way we
5,
treated
6, 7 years.
Britney Spears in the tabloids,
Britney
man.
Spears, Christina Aguilera. You hear interviews of them talking about it now, but that script was totally, or the kiss was totally scripted and coerced by MTV at the VMAs, where they make out and then Madonna comes out, and it's they didn't really want to do that. The way the media was with Tattoo, the fake lesbian band.
Fucking love Tattoo, bro.
You know what I mean?
Were they fake lesbians?
Yeah, they weren't real lesbians.
Damn.
Yeah. It was just a stunt, but
my whole life's a lie, dude. I can't be an ally anymore, man.
I watched this whole thing with Jimmy Kimmel where he was he had them on the show, and none of the other late night shows would show the kiss. They were doing the kiss in the bridge of oh, the thing you
I know, dude. I was a fan. I was there.
So he was like, "No, we'll show it," and then he was pretty inappropriate talking to them, and they weren't faking. They were 16 at that time.
Right.
It's hey, sit on my lap, this, and this. And then he was having a countdown to when the kiss would happen. And then when they finally kissed on stage, they censored it themselves. They put their hands up and blocked it as a fuck you.
That's badass, dude.
Pretty badass.
That's badass.
Dude. Pretty badass.
And I always said I liked Tattoo, and I was like, oh man, these two lesbian chicks kissing on MTV at 3 a.m. This is cool. And I can still say it now as an adult because if it would have been
bisexual,
if
but
it
would have
been
lesbians with each other.
No, yeah. If it would have been two dudes, I still think it would have been badass. The music, the whole thing was so cool. I wouldn't have gave a shit. I think it would have been cool if it was dudes.
I think we were close in
is that wild to say?
The early 2010s to having a moment culturally where you could have had a Sam Smith type of dude kiss another dude on the VMAs. Yeah. But I think we've swung right past that. I don't think you're going to see that anytime
Probably
soon.
Not,
dude.
Man.
Especially with this media consolidation, I think people are really kind of overlooking how big of a monopolization is going on with this Paramount, Netflix, Warner Brothers. Saudi Mutual Sovereign Wealth Fund. The Saudis having their hands in this whole operation. I mean, it's crazy. And then Larry Ellison and Oracle, like it's a big, like 2 or 3 right-wing ghouls are about to own all of media.
Yeah.
Not just like the news media, but like Marvel Studios, HBO, like everything. Everything you like to watch, everything that's culturally influenced you is about to take an insane right turn, dude. And
you hate to see it.
And now we have to be the ones telling our kids, like, hey man, you can't, that fucking media's influencing you. You can't be watching.
Yeah. What a shame.
The turntables, brother.
Boy, how the tables turned, man.
Yeah. I saw just like a random chick on Instagram the other day filming some like Satanists protesting outside of a courthouse. And they're like, how dare they openly do this outside of a courthouse? And the top comment was like, oh, how the turntables, and a picture of Westboro Baptist Church.
Westboro suck. Do they all die?
Nah, man, they're in Congress now.
Oh, and that tracks. That makes a lot of sense.
No, so the daughter of the founder left that church in like 2012. She left the church. She's like, I've had a change of heart. I'm not anti-gay. But she is super anti-trans now. She's like butt buddies with J.K. Rowling. They've done events together, being like anti-trans and stuff. And that's one thing I found, man, is I always like have this hope that people can change. Like I know I used to be a worse person and now I'm better. Yeah. I always hope that people who are like, maybe you can change racist. You know what I mean? Maybe you can change Nazis. I don't know. But most of the time you see these figures who like, I used to be in the KKK, but I'm not anymore. You'll see interviews with him.
Daryl Davis,
like
man,
racist.
He went out and got people to burn their Klan
but
robes
like
and
one
shit.
of those dudes is who I'm talking about. I've seen an interview with him, and he's like, "Well, no, I still wouldn't like. I still don't want to like live near him, and I don't want my kids marrying him." Yada yada.
That's
but
crazy.
I just don't think they're worse than us anymore. But I just still want mine to be pure. You know, yada yada yada. So a lot of them still like. They change in minor ways,
yeah.
But they still have, like, this chick left the Westboro Baptist Church, but now she's just, like, vehemently anti-trans, which I'm sure they are now, too. But no, some of those people from the Westboro Baptist Church are, like, in the Heritage Foundation. They're, like, working for members of Congress. The worst among society are in power.
And that's how it goes usually.
This place sucks. But anyway, dude, I'm looking forward to Friday, man. Do a little Christmas shopping, get a succulent Chinese meal.
I love a succulent Chinese meal at the fucking Florence Mall, dude.
I haven't thought of fucking. Maybe we go to China King.
I go to China King, dude.
Maybe we go up that hill, dude.
Go up to China Food.
China Food, man.
Yeah, China Food.
Go running up that hill.
Let's run up that.
Food,
oh,
dude.
man. If I only could, dude, I'd make a deal with China Food.
Hell yeah. I'd make a deal with Todd.
And, you know, that's...
and get him to swap our
and good on fucking Kate Bush. She's like #1 in the charts again, dude, or some shit. Running up that hill.
They playing it again this season?
Hell yeah, they'll never not. It's the song, dude. It's fucking badass.
From last season.
I mean,
they didn't have it before that.
I mean, it fit it fit the story. That's why they brought it in.
I mean, I would have wagered that much.
I mean, they're not like fucking playing it the whole episode. It's just there was a scene where they played it
God
in the new
bless
season,
her, dude.
You know?
And that's got to be like the dopest thing ever. To is like, have a hit from back in the day, have a resurgence.
That's how you know it was a good hit. That's how you know That's why I don't consider somebody like that a one-hit wonder.
Well, she wasn't. She had a bunch of hits back.
I mean, like I'm just saying in general. Like if somebody had a hit, but then like years later that said hit come back. I don't consider you a one-hit wonder anymore. It just goes to prove how good a song it was.
But who does that happen to?
I mean, probably happens all more than you think.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying it doesn't, but I'm saying for sake of conversation, throw out some more. Because Kate Bush is like, and she wasn't a one-hit wonder to begin with, but I'm trying to think, has there been one that like...
Well, she wasn't necessarily...
Like a Baha Man.
Fucking Madonna either, but
you know what I mean?
I like Kate. She had some shit.
No, she was like
no, Baja Blast. That's a good one. If Who Let the Dogs Out. That song's pretty.
I'm trying to think of an example of that. I feel like there's been one.
Lou Bega, dude.
No,
Mambo.
It's been brought back.
Mambo
recently,
number 5. Oh, brought back recently. Oh no, yeah, I don't.
That
I don't know,
yeah, man. No, he had a Mambo number 6, 7, 8. You know what I mean? He
6, 7. Hell yeah. Say siete.
You guys
grow up, dude. Have a little fun, dude.
It's not fun, dude.
I know you're on the other side of 35, man.
Cringe.
It's cringe. Everything's cringe. I don't fucking like it. It's funny. And it pisses people off, and it's anti-establishment.
But that's not, no.
And
That's not what it is. What it is...
Look, you got no ridge, and you're crashing out, bro. You're skibbity now.
It's not anti-establishment.
And
it's like our parents fucking saying shit to us, man.
Yeah,
it's
dude.
It's not cool.
Looking back, I appreciated... I appreciate it now when my parents would say, like, word up. You know what I mean? It's kind of cool.
Like, dude.
It's kind of cool,
What's up, fellow youth?
Yeah, what's up? What's up, youth? They got a backwards hat on,
you
know?
Dude.
6, 7. Dude.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Nah, that's wild.
Go ahead, dude. Him with the 8, 9. Tough guy.
You couldn't handle it. Dude.
You couldn't handle it, dude. You
seven,
couldn't handle my 6 or 7, dude. Wait till you find out 7, 8, 9,
when
bro.
This bitch finds out. No, dude. People can't count. People can't count and can't read anymore.
Right.
And it's not just. I'm not talking about kids who like missed a couple years in school because of COVID.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that can't read nor write nor sign their names. No.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not great at cursive, but I can sign my name. I can read it. Like I can, you know. But what do you have to write anymore though?
Hot take, cursive does not and has never fucking mattered. People who talk about that shit like kids can't write in cursive. Shut the fuck. You probably can't read in cursive, dumbass. You probably can't read in regular. Cursive does not fucking matter. It is a handwriting style. It's a font. It's fucking Times New Roman. It's a bold of the italic, 1800s, you know? Dude. Yeah. It's never fucking mattered. Anybody can make up a signature. You can just fucking the way you want to sign your name. That is your signature. A reproducible. It's never had to be cursive. It does not on a legal document even have to be in cursive. Your signature is just your signature way of signing your fucking name. Doesn't have to be cursive. Kids don't need to know fucking cursive. Doesn't fucking matter, dude.
Uck's fucking pressed, bro.
That shit's so dumb, dude. And also, they do teach it. My kid brought cursive home in like the 3rd grade, dude. We learned it in school. But do we need it? When it other than signing your name, what are you using cursive for?
No,
dude?
what am I writing?
Are you fucking out at sea writing letters to your beloved?
I was
waiting on the fucking tour to end.
A letter in a bottle.
Yeah, man. The cursive is for dudes who are like in Normandy, and they're like, I don't know if I will ever see the sunrise again, my dearest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's cursive. That's a good summary of a person that writes in cursive.
What if we don't have computers? Here's how you know cursive doesn't matter. Nobody has ever asked for a cursive font for anything.
Yeah.
They want the most legible, plain ass. They want Times New Roman. They want Courier New. Some of them.
Dude, Courier New's a nice font, dude. With a bold italic on it and an underline. Jesus Christ.
That's going a little crazy,
Whoa,
dude. That's
no,
like
you gotta.
That's like 3rd grade typing class.
Fuck
You're
yeah.
like, I'm throwing everything.
That's
on
how I'm
this
putting
bitch,
my
dude.
signature saved on an email, dude. You know what I mean? Just fucking.
Well, dude,
Come
you gotta
on,
fancy
bro.
up the email.
You got to.
You gotta throw italics, bold, underline.
Italics, bold, underline.
Maybe up the spacing a little bit, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. What's the standard size font? Is it 16?
Nah, dude, it's like 12.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
Times New Roman 12.
Yeah, I like to put mine in a Times New Roman bold italic underline 16, brother. That's how I sign.
Playing around on Microsoft Word.
I'm just fucking wording.
Hey man, you know what I like to do? I like to go into Wingdings.
I like to go into clip art, dude.
If you go into Wingdings and you type NYC 9/11, It's like a fucking skull and crossbones, the Jewish flag, the Islamic flag, an airplane, and then 2 buildings.
Do you know what happens if you go on Wingdings and you type in NYU film student?
Nothing.
You get a small man walking Bob Dylan on stage in 75.
Who are you?
Who are you?
You're not an artist.
I could actually. It's 2 feet up, 2 feet forward.
Well, it's flying.
It's flying.
It's not
flying. It's flying.
Flying.
Yeah, dude. What's his name, dude? I still ain't found it out.
Ra's al Ghul, dude.
He's a fucking gargoyle. He's the Gabba gargoyle, dude.
That's what we need to bring back, dude. If anything, architecture could come back, dude. Let's put goyles on all the buildings. That's why you got so much.
Yeah.
That's why the world's in shambles. You don't have anybody guarding the night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to have these, and they got to be blessed by a shaman, I believe, or maybe like a Jesuit priest. But
some type of, yeah.
Make a stone demon, but you bless it with the powers of Christ, and it comes alive at night.
That cartoon gargoyles?
Yeah, dude. Grossly underrated
Tough.
show, man.
Was it that Keith guy was the voice of the...
Yeah, man.
The main gargoyle.
Keith,
yeah. Is it David Keith, maybe?
No, what's he known from? What else he do?
I'm pretty sure he was Spawn, dude.
Okay. All right. There you go. Now you're talking my language, man. The Spawn language. Yeah, but I love the Goyles, man. I used to get up and I'd watch the Gargoyles and the Darkwing Duck back to back, dude. WB Saturday mornings. Now you get up on Saturday, turn on WB, dude.
If we had a producer, dude, I
reruns of the originals.
Do this shit.
Well, dude, I'm talking while you do it, man.
Keith David.
And what does he do?
Yeah,
He's from Spawn?
That guy, yeah, that dude.
Oh,
yeah.
Keith David.
Yeah, dude, he voiced the main gargoyle. That was one of his big, you know.
He's got a voice.
Yeah, he fucking does.
Keith David.
That's similar to how he talks, yeah.
He's got a very low...
I don't see Spawn on here. I thought he did Spawn.
What else is it? He's been in stuff.
Well, yeah, he was Childs in The Thing.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah.
And he was in Platoon, and
Platoon.
He did a lot of shit, man.
Yeah.
But Childs, him and fucking
He's
McGrady.
Been in tons of shit.
McGrady, man, fucking
non-voice. There's face and voice.
Who's the guy, man? Death Proof, the fucking
Kurt
Russell. Yeah, him and Kurt Russell. That's the last two, you know.
I call him Kurt Russell.
Armageddon.
Dude.
Armageddon made me cry, dude.
Yeah, man. Deep Impact.
You take care of my baby girl. And then fucking dumbass is crying. What's his name? Man. Batman.
Randy Quaid.
Was Randy Quaid in that?
Yeah, Randy Quaid's in that. No, I'm thinking of Independence Day.
That's Dennis.
No, Randy.
Yeah.
Randy's in Independence Day. He flies.
Now are they related, you think?
They're brothers. Twin brothers.
Now which one died?
They're both alive and well.
I thought Dennis Quaid died.
Nah, man.
Dennis Quaid. I'm thinking of Bill Paxton.
Bill Paxton died. Yeah.
That took a lot to get out.
See, and I actually confused Dennis Quaid with he looks a lot like Han Solo.
Harrison Ford. Yeah.
They look a lot alike. But
Garrison
is
Chevy and Harrison Ford.
Yes. Randy Quaid is crazy. He's like not just like MAGA crazy, but he's like
just really
wired.
Just wild.
Yeah,
he's wired different.
Here's a fun fact, dude. You know, you open most American vehicles, all the safety stuff is in American and Spanish. Notice the other day, it's in the Chevy. It's in American and French.
Why is that? You think a lot of Chevys sold in France?
I think Chevrolet is a French name. I'm assuming it's. I never thought about it until then. But that's
now
French
that
name.
you've said Chevrolet, that sounds like
that
French.
Dude was French for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, the French fry didn't come from France, man. It came from Belgium by a guy whose name was French.
Yeah, and the German chocolate cake was made in America by a guy whose last name was German.
Yeah. Isn't that kind of shit that pisses you off?
Yeah. I remember I learned this on like a Nickelodeon bumper. You know, the little like ads for the channel they play between commercials. You know what I mean? It'll be like instead of a commercial. But the potato chip. There was a guy who owned a restaurant that was had famous thinly sliced fried potatoes, like in a pan. So, and this guy came in and he's like, these aren't that fucking thin. I want them thinner. And he did this like 4 times, and the chef was like, fuck this idiot. I'm going to make them so thin that they just break when you bite into them. They're hard as a rock, crisp. So he fucking cooked them, cut them super thin, cooked them in oil till they were crisp, gave them to him. He was like, these fucking rule.
Yeah, you've invented potato chips.
He's invented potato chips. And then I remember in adulthood looking that story up and finding out it was true. I can't remember the name of the restaurant, but it was like in New England.
You know those moments when you're a kid that something just really crazy, like something funny happens and it just sticks with you like your whole life?
Yeah.
Like I remember I was watching something with my mom when I was very young. And I can't remember if it was like one of those fucking investigative like ID type shows from like the 90s or whatever.
A&E.
Yeah, but the dude that was like, he either got killed or was like one of the killers, like one of the brothers or some shit. But his name was Chevy Keyhole. And that was my reaction, dude. And here we are 30 years later. It's still my fucking reaction. And I can remember them, they kept saying his name the whole show was Chevy Keyhole. And I was just dying laughing as a kid.
What was that guy whose mugshot got arrested in Carrollton a few years back? It was going around. He got arrested for like DUI, fleeing and evading, robbed a liquor store, and his name was seriously like alcoholic or something. It was something.
Yeah, I can't remember the name, but
Jimmy
I do know what you're
Beer Lover or something crazy,
something
dude. It was too perfect.
Beer bomb or something.
I remember watching The Simpsons a bunch when I was a kid, and Bart always prank called Moe's.
Yeah.
And so every single time I saw a new one, I would want to try it, so I would call the Carrollton Inn where my mom worked. And I would be like, is Al there? And they'd be like, Angie.
You were the first time you ever drank Code Red Mountain Dew.
Oh, brother. You remember the first time I fucking spazzed out?
You remember they used to sell it wasn't a 2 liter, but it wasn't just the normal.
It was like a 1 liter.
Yeah, it was like in the middle. Yeah. I remember I was a kid. This would be my last funny story for the evening.
Sugar, caffeine, and Red 40.
Yeah, I was a kid, and my mom was like always like really adamant that I don't drink Code Red Mountain Dew. Like she told my aunt that was babysitting me, she was like, you can't give him, I don't want him to have Code Red Mountain Dew, because I never had it, but like she knew what was going to happen if I got a hold of it. So my aunt picks me up, and I'm going to spend like the day with her, and I'm going to stay the night with her and my uncle. And they always had like cool shit, like they let me watch like cool shit, you know, play Tony Hawk, whatever. Yeah.
Faces of Death.
Yeah, dude, yeah, pretty much. So I remember it was like still like daylight out or whatever, and she was like, you want to go up to Speedway? And I was like, yeah, dude, let's go Speedway. And she was like, we'll get you something to drink and something to snack on, whatever. And I was like, can I get a Code Red? And like, she just wanted to be the cool aunt. She didn't know it was going to happen, dude. And she was like, yeah. And so I got the liter one, whatever. Yeah. So I go down. I remember cracking that motherfucker open. I remember like it was yesterday, dude.
Electrified your fucking brain.
When I tasted that shit, it had to be equivalent to like doing heroin. Like it had to be something in that as a fucking 8-9-year-old kid drinking your first Code Red. But I remember we were watching Joe Dirt. Man, and and I'm fucking wired, son. I am fucking wired, and I can't can't remember what the particular scene was. I think it was he found out his last name was Nunamaker, and I thought that was funny. That's fucking great. And then I remember specifically the Buffalo Bob scene when he's like in the pantyhose, like, you don't know what kind of hell I can bring you. Like that shit killed me, bro. But I remember I laid on my stomach and I was laughing, and I laughed so hard that I started pissing, and I pissed all over myself, and she had a giant piss stain on her carpet. There's a whole thing, and we lived like a blood. she lived like a block away from our house.
You're always pissing and shit.
So she made me walk back up to the house to change, to come back and finish the night, obviously. And I'm soaked in piss. And my mom's like, really concerned, like, why would you not, like, what, you're old enough, you shouldn't have just pissed yourself. And so I had to tell her, I was like,
Code Red.
I was like, dude,
Joe Dirt,
we had a Code Red, dude.
She's like, say less, Playboy.
And my aunt was just like, so fucking, she was still trying to be cool about it. She's like, well, who cares? It's fine. You know, he could be smoking meth.
Here's my Mountain Dew story before we go, dude.
Go ahead.
I was like 5 or 6. It was either my brother must have been a baby if he was born yet. But I went and stayed with my cousins in Covington. And I felt like I was Hey Arnold, dude. I'd never been in the city before. But I remember hanging out in front of the apartment they lived in. And there was this like older kid that was talking to my older cousin. Like I said, I was like 5 or 6. She was probably like 10, 11, 12. So he was like on his bike. And I was sitting on the stoop drinking a Mountain Dew. And it was like behind a gate. So he was like on his bike out on the sidewalk. We were all behind the gate. And he's like, hey, fatso. Because I was like a chubby little kid.
And you
he's
were.
Like, hey, fatso, you know, drinking Mountain Dew will make your little nuts shrivel and fall off. And I just like, in a childish Mountain Dew rage, jumped up and like lobbed the thing at him. And he just deflected it and jumped over the gate. And I remember taking off and running, jumping the back side of the gate, and just blocks, bro. Dust. Gone.
Yeah.
For a fat little kid, outpaced him. I've always been quick on my feet, brother.
Yeah. You never
got
around.
lost, bro. Ended up hiding under a car, right? Waiting for him to pass and leave and come back. I got lost in Covington, dude. Late. All over a Mountain Dew and shriveled nuts, man.
Man, we love a shriveled nut, dude.
But did you hear that a lot growing up? Like
yeah, that it would definitely shrivel your balls. People make up the dumbest shit.
I've yet to see the studies on Mountain Dew.
Yeah,
and
dude.
Balls
mine are fucking hanging tough, dude.
Yeah,
and I've
mine
drank a lot of Dew.
Big.
Yeah. Bajas, Code Reds, classic, dude. Mountain Lightning, son. Mine are fine.
Scrotal retinol.
Yeah.
To try to, because God, dude, by the time I'm 60,
I gotta put mine in a vice grip someday to put them in my skinny jeans.
I put them in a sock, dude.
Yeah, sock's good. Rubber band them.
Yeah, I mean, because they be hanging in the summertime.
Yeah.
On Lake Michigan, dude.
Yeah. No, January 9th, Red Bicycle Hall, Madison, Indiana. This Place Sucks Live, Volume 3, which is the completion of the trilogy for this style we're doing the shows in.
Yeah.
We have a great lineup from Charlie Hall to Reagan Rapogel to
L. Murphy
and Ty Leach.
John Holmes.
John Holmes is closing us out.
Kenton Bear.
Kenton's hosting. Me and Jordan's featured acts.
Special surprise guests.
Yeah, we got T-shirts. We got a whole new line of merch. It's gonna be fucking sick, dude. $15 online, $20 at the door. Starts at 8 o'clock. Live podcast afterwards. You don't really want to miss it. Some of you probably will. Some of you will sleep on it. You're like, damn, dude, I can't believe I missed out on that because I'm a fucking idiot. It's going to be the best time that you could possibly have with us, at least.
It's never been done like this.
Yeah.
It will never be done like this again. The link to buy tickets will be in the description of this episode. I think I forgot to put it in the last description, but follow us on Instagram. It's all over our socials. And, it'll be in the description of this video. I'm also, I'm at Louisville Comedy Club the 17th, Planet of the Tapes the 22nd and 29th. I think I'm doing Pie and Violence at Chameleons the day after Christmas. He never responded after I said I would, so I'm assuming.
That usually means you're in, man.
So,
yeah,
and if so, he'll be with me at that one. Now this comes out after we're doing CC's show. So
yeah, it's over. Yeah,
but that was a good time. We had a great time. We crushed.
Also, check out Front Me Till Friday.
Yeah.
Check out Honeymoon Skateboards.
Check out Dork Court.
Check out my boy makes music, man. Sakuna Soul. Check them out on Spotify. Check out Mall out of Cincinnati and Primitive Impulse.
Shout out Nicole. I told her I'd shout her out.
Yeah, as you should. Yes. Yeah. Nikki. Nicole.
Edith.
Yeah, Nikki. Nikki. Yeah, Harlequin Carousel. Check that out. We follow them on Instagram. Check out her work. She fucking rules. Yeah, dude. I think that's all of our
Big
friends.
ups to Bumberclots.
That's all our friends that, you know, when you fuck pussy turn red, dude. Is that what?
I like it to stank a little bit.
This place sucks, dude.
This place sucks.